Opening up the UFC Vegas 98 fight card, we have Abdul Razak Alhassan taking on Josh Fremd. Josh Fremd is 11-6 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5. He is riding a 2-fight skid. He's taking on Abdul Razak Alhassan, 16-6 in his career, 2-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that no contest with Cody Brundage. Josh Fremd's a guy that has no actual background in any real martial arts. So he's the new generation of fighter that has learned all the skills all at once. His fight style is mostly grappler, though. He's a solid athlete. He's got some sneaky power every now and then. When he can initiate the grappling and control that pace, he does very well. When he cannot, he can at times look a little bit lost. He's got cardio, speed, power. He's well-rounded enough to adjust where the fight needs to go. He has no true martial arts background in any specific discipline, but he is well-rounded. He's coming off that ridiculously boring loss to Andre Petroski, and you can't even blame him for it being boring. That's Andre's fault. Andre's the reason people hate wrestling in the UFC. Anyway, I mean, his last 2 wins have just been literally it's not lay and pray. It's just lay and lay. It's brutal. Absolutely horrendous. Anyway, he's taking on Abdul Razak Alhassan. Powerful striker. He does tend to headhunt. He does tend to look for a knockout, but he's actually a very high-level judo practitioner. He knocked out a few people, fell in love with his hands, typically goes that route. If he used all his tools, the high-level judo and the athleticism, the speed, the power, the hands, he would be an unbelievable threat. And you know what? Maybe he'll end up putting those together in this fight, but he is very dangerous almost everywhere this fight goes. And he does have the judo to lean on if he needs it. I mentioned Josh Fremd came into the UFC, came into MMA as a boy, a clean slate. He didn't have a wrestling background, didn't have a karate background, didn't have any other martial art background. Started this sport as an MMA fighter. On one hand, that's amazing. You're good at all the things. No bad habits to clean up. On the other hand, what you don't have is just that base, a lifelong base of something to get you through. You don't have the wrestling to lean on if you get in trouble. You don't have the kickboxing to scare the shit out of somebody. You don't have that. Razak does have that because he has the offensive, scary, powerful striking, but the background is judo, the tosses, the arm bars, the submissions. I got to go Abdul here. I think he's just the much, much better fighter, and this feels like a discount. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, I don't know what's happened in Abdul's life, what's happened in his career, but at 39 years old now, he seemed
better than ever.
He seemed to kind of flip a switch with his aggression, the way he's talking. And I obviously was pretty high on my guy, Cody Brundage, going into that fight. I just thought he was going to be able to get the takedowns and wear down a guy like Abdul. And Abdul knew that shit was coming, and he was fucking ready for that shit. I mean, he was fucking landing those elbows, and it was an illegal elbow. There was a few illegal elbows. I was very, very illegal what he did. So I don't want to hear all the bullshit about this and that or whatever. Very, very illegal shots. He deserved to fucking get that no contest. But if you're Josh Fremd coming in and Abdul was already kind of fucking pissed off going into that Brundage fight, and then that happens, and by the way, Josh Fremd just happened to be fucking teammates with Cody Brundage, another Factory X guy, I have to imagine that Abdul is going to be just as fired up, if not more, to get his revenge on that fucking camp, to get that win. If you're Josh Fremd, you either have to get this guy on his back early, which I don't know how Josh Fremd does that, right? Because I thought that
high-level judo practitioner.
Yeah, and I thought Brundage had a pretty good entry and wasn't able to do it because Abdul just started spamming those fucking elbows from fucking hell. There was nothing that Brundage could even do in that situation, but it was a good entry that he had, and Josh doesn't have wrestling like that. So if you can't do that, you got to fucking just like stay on the outside and hope that this guy throws so many fucking spam right hands that eventually he gasses, and then you can kind of point fight from the outside for the next 2 rounds and be able to steal this decision, because this Abdul guy is coming. He is coming big. He is coming thick. He is coming girthy. He is coming frothy, and he is coming hard, and he is coming all over Josh Fremd, and I think it's going to be a problem for... What are you giggling about?
Nothing. I just Josh Fremd's just staring into my eyes, and it's getting to me. He's very handsome.
But I am all over Abdul in this fight. You know, Josh Fremd is going to have to weather quite the storm, and what a storm that's going to be. I'm going to be
I agree
on this one.
I do agree. I mean, Josh is tough. Like Josh doesn't suck. He's good. A lot of people are good. He's good at all the things, but he doesn't have that background. There's not the one thing to lean on to get you out of trouble.
For him. Josh, I'm scared for you, buddy.
He attacked me on Twitter once. That whole camp, everybody there has attacked me on Twitter. Vince.
Factory X?
Josh.
Oh.
Not the whole camp. Vince and Josh.
I'll be rooting for Josh. I got nothing against Josh, but I just think it's Abdul is like flipped a switch mentally.
He does look more savagey than he has in the past for sure. And he's affordable. Minus 148. I do like that. I do have a bet with Abdul Razak Alhassan in it because he is affordable at minus 148. I just think he's way more dangerous, and the judo should prevent some of the takedowns, and he should get it done. I also like him at $8,400 in DraftKings Fantasy because the finish upside is on his side. He can score really well.
Your dumbass said in your quick pick video that he's going to go on a title run.
I never said that. That's just people just say
literally.
Shit. Why would I
they
say
said that there was something
have
about
him clip
Abdul.
It and put in the Discord. Have him clip it and
about
put it in
a fucking. Can somebody confirm that in the chat? There's somebody in the chat that was also in the Discord. Was like Angelo was talking about Abdul on a title. He's like, oh, he's 39. How's he gonna? And I was like, Angelo was mentioning Abdul on a fucking title run. Like maybe he starts his title run.
Put it in. Clip the part where I say he'll go on a title run. What I did is have their ages backwards and was like, he's still a young guy. He's still improving. Because I realized the age was wrong. I was like, fucking, I'm leaning into it. I don't give a shit. But he's still the pick.
I guess.
Yeah, that's nobody mentioned titles. As I was looking, I was like, yeah, that age is wrong. I'm like, if I just say this will get them all riled up. And it did.
See if I can find it.
I bet my life the word title didn't come out of my mouth at all. Not within 15 minutes of that breakdown. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. You'll unlock the picks, the bets, the round line leagues, the tools, artificial intelligence.
It's from Matt with a 4 as an A 3 hours ago. Angelo really said Abdul could go on a title run in his prediction video.
Just clip it. Clip it. No way I said that. Sometimes I do just say shit, but there's no way I said that.
And then someone said, dead ass. He said, yeah, go watch it. Laugh my ass off. He also said he's 30 when he's 38 or some shit.
Well, that piece I did do. I noticed it was wrong. I said it, and I stuck with it knowing
said,
yeah,
that motherfucker old. He ain't 30. Just started
Yeah.
roasting your dumb ass.
Nobody said title. Nobody said, but I fixed it. Look, it's all correct here. Nobody said title run. WeOwnPicks.com. Click Become a Member. You're going to get UFC 308, the 3 fight nights. The fight nights are pretty solid. UFC Edmonton has a great main event. This is a great main event. The next one's a great main event. Fucking $10. WeOwnPicks.com. We do have a $2.99 Australian maybe or something from AJ. Thanks for the lock of the week, Jacob. But are you rainbow flag emoji for Brazilians?
On Brazilians.
Well, frothy.
I have nothing against. By the way, let me show you this too. Are we done with this so I can tangent a little bit?
I prefer you didn't. We're an hour and 40.
I don't give a fuck. I was talking to Minty about, she was doing some TikTok or whatever, and we got on the discussion about attractive males, right? And I have no issues. I'm very comfortable. I'm very comfortable with my sexuality. I can talk about if a guy is hot or not. Like I don't give a fuck. And so I was naming all the hot guys in the UFC, and I got to Michael Morales, and I was sending her pictures and stuff too. And she was like, and she was like, yeah, he's cute but not hot. And I'm looking at these pictures. I'm like, dude, I think he's the hottest guy in the UFC.
He's only like 23 too. Yeah,
look at this guy. Yeah. And he's fucking. It's not like he's like a hot guy. That's not. He's 17-0, whatever the fuck he is. Like this guy. Look at this fucking guy. He's fucking. And Minty's like, not really that hot. Look at this. Did she like
other darker gentlemen? Maybe it's she's got a thing for the lights.
Look at this guy. I mean, even like in this picture. I mean, look at the way he's looking, dude. Look at that.
Yeah, that's actually better than those modeling pictures.
Look at that guy. He's just fucking beautiful.
That is a good looking dude, and he's very good.
And now he's like bringing in like a little bit more of the personality
and
too.
He's southern,
with the earrings and
from South America. Yeah. Well, the earring you could do.
I like the earrings, dude. Look
actually,
cheeks,
that's a very zesty picture.
I know. He's getting more. Look at this picture.
In that picture. He looks like the dude who lied about getting mugged at the subway in that picture.
Look at this. He's got the see-through shirt with the earrings.
Yeah, he's getting zestier. Dude, he looks like who was the dude who lied? Who was the dude who lied? What was his name?
I don't know.
He said the two MAGA guys beat him up. You know who I'm talking about. He said he
Beautiful
put a
guy.
noose around him. Oh,
Jesse.
Smollett. Yeah, he looks like Jesse Smollett in those the Erie pictures.
This guy's fucking beautiful, dude.
Yeah, it's a good looking dude. Weird to not think he's super attractive.
Wow, what's going on? I mean,
Who did she say was the most attractive guy? Maybe we shouldn't out her pick there.
I don't know who she said, but the people I was naming were like obviously Vitor Petrino, Ilya. I was going like their weight classes.
Yeah,
and
he's
stuff.
just tiny, but yeah.
Even like Drekus is a good looking dude. I'm trying to think of some
Josh
other, like,
Fremd,
random
right
ones.
smack in front of us, good looking dude.
Say what now, bitch?
Josh Fremd's decent looking right here. What's his name? Mike Malott, the Canadian Josh Fremd's very good looking. You don't think Mike Malott is good looking?
He's just an average white dude.
Mike Malott.
Josh Fremd is just like the most average looking dude I've ever seen in my life.
Who's that? Who's
I'll
the
go through
model?
the text, hold on.
Who's the model that does the commentary now? Canadian. You guys will get it in the comment section.
Oh, Josh Thompson.
No. The he does the commentary now, not podcast. Commentary.
Here you go. Here's what I listed. I said Ilya. I said Drekus. I said here's a random one that you're probably not going to agree with that people should agree with. Song Yadong. Song Yadong's a fucking good looking dude. He does like some modeling pictures and stuff. Song Yadong's a good looking dude. You'll like this one, Calvin Guitar. Calvin Guitar's a decent and good looking dude. Not Armin Petrosian. Armin Sarukian.
Not Armin Petrosian.
Armin Sarukian.
Armin Sarukian's a good looking dude, yeah.
Wonder Boy. Good looking dude.
Very handsome.
I said Michael Morales. Obviously, Carlos Ulberg.
Yep,
Beautiful man.
he's huge too. He's like 6'4".
I think that's all I got to in our conversation.
Okay. All right, let's move on. And there's that guy on the desk. He was literally a model and a fighter. Alan Badeau, Alan something. All right, we got to move on. Alan something. What the hell is his name? Chiwiwi. Chiwiwi's hot. Luke Rockhold's the best looking fighter that's ever lived. In his
He's a good looking
prime,
dude.
Luke Rockhold's like, God damn.
I fucking hate white people, dude.
My favorite Luke Rock, and then we'll move on. My favorite, Alan Jobain, that's right. My favorite Luke Rockhold clip, and this made the rounds on like TikTok and Instagram for whatever reason recently, was him. I guess he was on The Bachelorette, like the big one, not, and he was on The Bachelorette, and he was like, he cuts in, he's got the rose. He was like, hey, I wasn't going to wait my turn. I'd love to take you on a date. Like all sweet and nice. And then it just clips to them on a boat. And he's like grabbing her ass. Like, come on, baby. You want And she was like, stop. Like, it was just so funny.
Sometimes you got to grab him by the pussy.
He just was like, there's no game at all. Because he just was good looking forever. He did nail Demi Lovato, though.
I think Paulo Costa's a little overrated. He's got a kind of a big chin, but kind of like a puffy cheeks.
Nah, this dude's right. Paulo Costa. I don't know.
He's got a great body, but I think his face is a little bit overrated.
You know what is funny? We lost 20 live viewers in that conversation. I literally watched the number drop by 20.
Hey,
that's
real
so
quick,
funny.
Real quick,
that's
before
so
I forget,
funny, dude.
Before I forget, real quick, can you ask me if I give a fuck?
I just think it's funny. Mama Tiff from the other room, apparently. Congrats on 30K, honey. So proud of you, you two boys, and your little YouTube, your cute little YouTube channel.
That might actually be from Tiffany.
Yeah.
That literally might actually be from Tiffany. That literally sounds exactly. I could hear it. In her voice. Hey, congrats on your 30K, honey. So proud of you two boys and your little YouTube thing.
Thank you for the super chat. All right, let's go. We just got 10 of those watchers back, by the way. I'm not even joking. It went from 392 to 372.
That was an AIDS ribbon.
That was an AIDS ribbon. And actually, the AIDS sign was a nice little Easter egg. I didn't even notice it. James Kuyu, who watched his own video, was like, oh, the AIDS thing is funny.